Hello everyone. Welcome to the YouTube channel of St. Wilfrid's College of Arts, Commerce, Science, Panvel. Today's topic is Organization Development Part 2, presented by Assistant Professor Tapasya Patil, St. Wilfrid's College of Arts, Commerce, Science, Panvel. Yes. Now we have gone through the meaning of organization development, its importance, benefits, and all. Now we'll be moving with the relevance of organization development for managers. Yes, how the organization development is beneficial for managers. Organization developments enables a company to continually improve its processes and offerings. Of course, organization development is what actually it is an improvement in the organization. Actually, improvement in the organization means what? Improvement in its processes and offerings by helping make strategic choices in all activities that the organization does. OD helps improve efficiency. Yes, now by helping make the strategic choices activities organization does, OD helps to improve the efficiency. In short, the work efficiency. This tends to produce better outputs with the same or reduced level of inputs. So this tends to produce better outputs here and with the same or reduced level of inputs. Now first we'll move with the optimization of operations. OD seeks to identify operations that require a change within an entity. Yes, uh, means the changes in the entity exactly. This seeks by exactly by the OD to identify the operations. This process helps the decision makers come up with management plan. Yes, so it will be easier for the decision makers to come up with the management plan that what the strategy, what the policies of the managers would be actually. Second is improved efficiency. Organization development enables a company to continually improve its processes and offerings. Yes. So by helping make strategic choices in the activities that organization does, OD helps improve efficiency. Next, improved effectiveness. It is not just about increased efficiency. Yes, the efficiency of work by putting the efforts has been increased is not just enough. Doing those activities effectively is equally important as well. Yes, so the activities what you have been doing should be done very effectively. Increased communication, interaction, and feedback is one of the outcomes of OD. Yes, there should be increased communication, interaction, and feedback in one of the outcomes of OD. Exploration of market opportunities. Next, new market opportunities require the assessment of existing organization structure. Yes, new market opportunities, what they require the assessment of existing organization structure. Now, what actually exists in the current situation, currently in the organization, that assessment is has been done to grab the new market opportunities. The move seeks to analyze whether an entity has a structure flexible enough to suffice seizing the opportunities. Yes. How the opportunities are to be acceptable and we need to analyze it. Next, improved operational quality. OD also gives rise to innovation as one of the outcomes. Yes, one of the outcomes can be considered as OD gives rise to innovation, the creativity. An entity manages to enhance its products and services through rewarding success and boosting the motivation and morale of its employees through innovation. Yes. No entity manages to enhance what its products and services through rewarding success and boosting the motivation and morale of its employees through innovation. Next, participation of top management in OD. Yes. Now in organization development, exactly who are the main heroes we can say? Who are the more which people have been more involved in this for changing the for going for the change in the organization structure? or for making some changes in the organization structure. Yes. So who are they? The participation. Whose participation has been involved in this? The participation of top management. Yes. They are the decision makers. They are the decision takers. So they are well known with the things what would be changed in the organization. The role of top management is more than making decisions that affect all employees. Yes, the role of top management is more than making decisions that affect all employees. Yes, the decisions which they take and that could be affected to the more employees. Understanding the effects of their role helps the top management team make changes as necessary to way they make decisions and the way they interact with the managers and teams and how they're perceived by the staff. Yes, now what we need to understand the effects of their role, which helps the top management team to make changes for what necessary to way to make the decisions. Yes, the way they interact with the other managers and teams and how they're perceived by the staff. Now, next, top level managers. These managers are responsible. These managers are exactly responsible for controlling and oversees. Now, top level managers. These managers are responsible for controlling and overseeing the entire organization. They develop goals, strategic plans, company policies, and make decisions on the direction of the business. Yes. So, what the top managers do exactly? They are responsible exactly for the controlling and for oversizing their entire organization. They develop exactly goals. Yes, they decide goals that what the company need to be achieved it. They make the strategic plans. Yes, how that goals could be achieved. Of course, the plans need to be made. Company policies would be decided by the top management and make decisions on the direction of the business. So, in addition, top level managers play a significant role in the mobilization of outside resources. Next, top level management are your executives, such as now which people are being considered in the top level management. Yes, our CEO, CFO, President, Vice President. Yes, Chief Executive Officer, President, Vice President. So these top managers are responsible for setting the overall direction of a company and making sure that major organizational objectives are achieved. Yes. Now, these top managers are responsible exactly for what? For setting the overall direction of the company. Yes. They used to set the overall direction of the company. They decides that what strategies should be applied in the company, how the goals should be applied in the company. So to achieve that goals, what the plans need to be worked in, what plans need to be made in the company. Yes, how the employees are being guided to achieve those goals. How the employees are being motivated, how the employees could be working in a very effective way, whether they need the employees need training or not in the organization. So these things are exactly stops with that organization wants to achieve these goals. Yes, so to achieve these goals there are various ways, there are various branches we can say. Yes, there is a participation of employees, workers, managers, executives, and everyone's involvement is there for achieving that objectives. Top level managers determine broad strategic strokes for organization in general and focus on the big picture. Yes, top level managers determine broad strategies. Next, participatory management is the practice of empowering members of a group, such as employees of the company or the citizens of the community, to participate in organizational decision making. Now, participatory management is a practice of what exactly of empowering the members of group. Yes. Now, which are exactly company or the citizens of the company to participate in the organizational decision making. Next, OD practitioner meaning. Yes. Now, who is OD practitioner? Yes. Who is the person? Now, OD practitioner normally refers to the people who do organization development. OD practitioner is what? The people, those who are involved in the organization development. Organizational development practitioners are the people who are entrusted with the job to develop to carry out the planned change processes in the organization. Yes, the current situation of the organization would be analyzed properly, would be diagnosed properly. Yes, and where exactly the changes been required in the organization, that is exactly been find out by whom? By OD practitioner. Now, OD practitioner normally refers to the people who do organization development. Yes, always things for the organization change, organization development, a growth for the organization. An organization development practitioner applies behavioral science to issues within organization and systems to align capacity and strategy. Yes, organizational development practitioner applies the behavioral science to issues of what organizations and systems to align what, to sort out what, to be uh, he made in a proper way for what, to align the capability and strategy intervening in systems so that people can better work together to achieve their goals. Yes, if your strategies, your plans, your working conditions, everything is been properly sorted, is been properly aligned, so the capacity and strategy of the of the organization will be well improved, and that people can do their work in a very better way to achieve those goals. OD addresses that this issue backed by behavioral science and human values. Next, the role of OD practitioner. The primary goal of OD organization development is to improve organization effectiveness. Yes. Why we go for OD? What is our aim exactly? Just to improve the organization effectiveness. Therefore, the primary role of an OD consultant is to establish helping relationships within the organization with and between individuals and groups to achieve that objective. Yes, the OD consultant exactly helps the organization, builds a relationship with the organization, builds establish helping relationships with the organizations with and between the individuals and groups to achieve the objective. Here are some characteristics of successful organizational development program. What are the characteristics of successful organizational development program? Training aligned to goals. Yes. Leadership committed to the process. Communication is effective at all levels. High quality of training and coaching. Taking a long-term view. Yes, training aligned to the goals should be there. Leadership committed to the process should be there. Communication should be very effective at every level, top, middle, bottom level. High quality of training and coaching should be there, and taking a long-term view. Competencies of a OD practitioner are systems change expert, system change leader who can comfortably work within the whole system and advise the strategies for organizational change, culture builder who fosters commitment and engagement based on the environment of trust and promotes the health and vitality of organization. There should be culture builder who fosters the commitment and engagement based in the environment, innovator who sponsors, develops, and can challenge the organization to create strategies for disrupt, breakthroughs, and transformation innovation. Next, competency to efficient designer. Efficient designer who strives for simplicity and designs practice strategies, interventions, and processes. Process consultant who increases leadership and organizational capacity, facilitate group dialogue and decision making by creating a non-threatening environment. Data synthesizer, who operates as an integrator, connecting multi-stakeholder views and translates salient information to create clarity and commitment. Competency 3, business advisor, strategic catalyst, who thinks strategically, takes initiative, and acts to achieve results. Result oriented leader, who understands and applies the principles of customer service, sets challenging goals, and measures impact and the project return on investment. Next, trusted advisor, who efficiently develops the trusting relationships and partnership through integrity and authenticity. Next, competency 4, credible strategist, credible influencer, who empathetically relates to clients, understands their needs, and has the knowledge to translate the business reality into terms. Collaborative, collaborative communicator who communicates clearly and concisely and tailors communication in the ways that meet the needs and innovations of client groups at all levels. Next, globally diverse integrator who can effectively work within diverse cultures and creates an inclusive environment for the people of all the identities of feel value. Next, competency 5, informed consultant. Exemplary consultant who cultivates meaning, working relationships, commitment with stakeholders to effect change. Emotionally intelligent leader who effectively reads stakeholders, seeks out the perspectives, and uses emotional intelligence to guide appropriate action and understands the reflects on its own personal values, boundaries, feelings, biases, triggers, and ethics. Next, lifelong learner and practitioner who demonstrates leadership in a specialized area of OD, stays up to date on methodologies and tools and leverage best practices to drive results in the line with organization needs. Thank you.